Hello, my name is Troy Lindstrom. I'm the illustrator who created the exhibit here today. It's called Positive Practices, Acts of Kindness in Creating with a Disability. And the whole exhibit is portraits of people who've had a positive impact on my life. I wanted to show that people with disabilities have value, and I wanted to celebrate the people that have helped me through my life. The exhibit has these stationary monitors which show the process of my creation when I do a portrait. For me, the process of creating art is just as important as the final product that comes out at the end. And I wanted to show people that when you're doing digital art, it isn't the technology that creates the art, it's an artist using technology that creates the art. So for me, I mostly just use a single nib called a G pen. This is all created on my computer using a stylus, or what looks like a pen to everybody else, except it doesn't have ink in it. This is a portrait of Rick Hansen I did. Everybody knows who Rick Hansen is. He's a legend in Canada for advocating for people with disabilities. You can see here my process going through the hair. And then we have the portrait on the opposite side so people can see the final product. I love my details. I put a lot of work in on his vest and in the hair. And I'm very happy with the likeness that we got with him. And as you can see down here, some of the portraits are set at different level because people have different viewing levels. People that are smaller stature or in a wheelchair, a lot of times when they come to an art exhibit, miss out because they're not seeing the art at the same level for the perfect viewing angle. So we put some portraits lower. As you can see here, we have a QR code. This is for people with who are blind or visually impaired. You scan this with your phone, and then it brings up a description of each portrait. Now, the description isn't why I made the portrait; it's exactly what the portrait looks like. A complete description of that portrait. So we also have the text transcript, so if people use a screen reader on their cell phone, it'll read it out to them. And then we have another process video. This is my mom. As you can see, a lot of my process is adding and removing. It's kind of like sculpting. You add black and then remove. And then what it does, it slowly renders out. You'll see that farther down. And then we have, everybody at the gallery knows Carolyn. She was one of my big supporters when she was here. She's off south now in her new job, and we all miss her. And I was happy she let me. I always ask permission of people I know to do their portraits. And I was happy that she allowed me to do her portrait. And as you can see there, I was able to she had this really nice scarf that I was able to put a lot of detail in. And yeah, I was very happy with how that one turned out. Then we go down and we have another installment. And this installment is of Kathleen. Kathleen's portrait is one of my favorites because I was able to put so much detail in the portrait itself, and mainly in the hair. As you can see here, I was able to render the hair with a lot of detail, which made me quite happy. And the glasses and the eyes. That turned out really nice. I'm happy with that one. And then we come down to the next section. And all of these people have had a positive impact on my life, even in just a small way. Like Martina here is a Canadian YouTube person who makes food videos, but she has a disability, and she shows how she works with that. And that really inspired me. That was my second portrait. And again, I love my details. You can see how I put a lot of detail in the scarf. And then, of course, my brother Dean with his scowl. But again, I was able to put a lot of detail in the facial hair. And then the final portrait, and my favorite portrait is of Kaylee. This was my first and last portrait. I did a portrait of her. And that was the first portrait I really took time and did properly. And what I did a year later is I redid that portrait just to see how much I had improved. And I was so happy with how it turned out. How I showed myself my skill level had improved. And just the portrait itself with the twisted scarf and the detail in the hair again and the glasses. And she has a look I was able to capture from the reference, which made me quite happy. Anyways, that is my exhibit. If you're not able to visit, I hope this video shows you what we've been able to do. I just want people to understand that people with disabilities, I don't want us to be invisible anymore, and I want to show that we have worth in Canadian society, and I hope that's what you'll take away from this exhibit. Thank you.